Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Slows Wrestling Show, your source for all things wrestling and sports entertainment. Live from Palm Harbor, Florida. Coming up, New Japan Pro Wrestling results, AEW Dynamite results, NXT results, Monday Night Raw results, ACW Proving Ground results for Wednesday, February 5th, and more on the Slows Wrestling Show. Welcome back to the Slows Wrestling Show, your source for all things wrestling and sports entertainment. Now here are the results for New Japan Pro Wrestling's Night in Sapporo 1 and 2. Bullet Club Tag Team Match. El Phantasmo and Taiji Ishimori defeat Tiger Mask and Yura Romura. 6-man Tag Team Match. Toa Hanare, Togi Makabe, and Hanma defeat Tenzan, Nakanishi, and Yota Tsuji. 8-man Tag Team Match. Chaos, Sho, Will Ospreay, and Yo and Ryosuke Taguchi defeat Suzuki-gun, Doki, El Desperado, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and Zack Sabre Jr. Tag Team Match. Robbie Eagles and Ryu Lee defeat Bushi and Hiromu Takahashi. Tag Team Match. Bullet Club, Jay White and Kenta with Gato defeat Sanada and Tetsuya Naito. And finally, the Tag Team Match. Suzuki-gun, Minoru Suzuki, and Taichi defeat Jon Moxley and Okada. Singles Match. Toa Hanare defeats Yota Tsuji. 6-man Tag Team Match. Tenzan, Nakanishi, and Tiger Mask defeat Togi Makabe, Tomoki Hanma, and Yura Omura. Singles Match. El Phantasmo defeats Gabriel Kidd. 6-man Tag Team Match. Hiroki Goto, Robbie Eagles, and Tomohiro Ishii defeat Bushi, Evil, and Shingo Takagi. 8-man Tag Team Match. Sho and Yo, Jon Moxley, and Ryosuke Taguchi defeat Suzuki-gun, Doki, El Desperado, Minoru Suzuki, and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. And last but not least, the 6-man Tag Team Match. Hiromu Takahashi, Sanada, and Tetsuya Naito defeat Bullet Club, Jay White, Kenta, and Taiji Ishimori with Jado. Here are the results for AEW Dynamite from this week. Jon Moxley defeats Ortiz. SCU defeats Best Friends. Yuka Sakazaki defeats Britt Baker. Lucha Bros Butcher and the Blade defeat the Elite. And Kip Sabian defeats Joey Janela. Now here are the NXT results. Angel Garza defeats Isaiah Swerve Scott. Dominic Dijakovic defeats Killian Dane. Mercedes Martinez defeats Casey Catanzaro. NXT Cruiserweight Champion Jordan Devlin defeats Tyler Breeze in a non-title match. And Tommaso Ciampa, Pete Dunne, and Matt Riddle defeat the Undisputed Era by disqualification. Here are the Monday Night Raw results. Liv Morgan defeats Lana. Drew McIntyre defeats Mojo Rawley. AOP and Buddy Murphy defeat Kevin Owens and the Viking Raiders. Aleister Black defeats Eric Young. Rey Mysterio defeats Angel Garza via disqualification. Asuka defeats Natalya, and the main event, Ricochet defeats Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley to become #1 contender for the WWE Championship. Now here are the results for ACW's Wednesday Night Proving Ground. Boone the Gator King with Father Jim versus Billy Barbosa with Weevil. Boone the Gator King wins by pinfall. The Good Old Boys, Ronnie Bass and Dan Starling versus Alex Kane and the Renegade Enforcer. Alex Kane and the Renegade Enforcer win by pinfall. Girl Ellie versus the Unbreakable Lexi Gomez. Lexi Gomez wins by pinfall. Justin Blacks versus Sam C versus Apollo Jr. versus Tyzon versus Sean O'Reilly. Tyzon wins by pinfall. Death Proof Aaron Epic versus Jake Shadows. Aaron Epic wins by submission. The Aquabra, Cyrus Satine versus the Executioner, Salazar with La Brava. Cyrus Satine wins by pinfall. And the main event, DMC versus Bobby Flacco. Bobby Flacco wins by pinfall. So my overall rating for this edition of ACW Proving Ground is a 9 out of 10. My favorite match from the whole event was the fourth match on the card because everyone was throwing caution to the wind with high impact moves and hard strikes. I gave this event a 9 out of 10 because of how entertaining these matches were, which kept the audience glued. Cyrus did an excellent job on his post-match promo with Zach Romero. I think Cyrus Satine will for sure be able to defeat Romeo Quevedo for the WNC Florida Heavyweight Championship based on what we saw in his match against Salazar. So expect the unexpected with Cyrus Satine because he will for sure pull out all the stops. I will take a break, but when we come back, why I think Mosh and Thrasher deserve to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Boone the Gator King's shoot on Dax DX. John Cena reveals WrestleMania plans. Luke Harper to make AEW debut soon. Why Drew McIntyre should win the WWE Championship. Events happening during WrestleMania week and more on the Slows Wrestling Show.
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Just stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world.
Welcome back to the Slows Wrestling Show, your source for all things wrestling and sports entertainment. Now here are my thoughts as to why Mosh and Thrasher should be in the WWE Hall of Fame. As everyone knows, Mosh and Thrasher are the headbangers, and I feel they should be in the WWE Hall of Fame this year instead of the NWO. Because the NWO, they really don't need to be inducted twice. Mosh and Thrasher started the Attitude Era in a way because they were these two men who had attitude, and they were there long before guys such as Val Venus, Edge, Christian, and the Hardy Boys. So these guys really deserve the credit for the work and the impact they made on WWE and wrestling as a whole in the 1990s. And they should already be in the Hall of Fame. And the problem is WWE doesn't look at the people who have important roles. They look at people who have the most fans. So they have to be inducted next year. It just has to happen. Because I don't know why WWE keeps putting these guys off every single Hall of Fame induction and every single year they have it. So they really need to capitalize on these guys and put them in the Hall of Fame class. Now here's Boone the Gator King and his manager Father Jim, who has challenged Dax to a fight once again.
Dax DX, you had me banned from ringside, but you still met Betsy. Now, you want to suspend your Gator King? Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, fools and the enlightened, prepare to hear from your Gator King.
I told you, Dax DX, I'll put you down. Tampa Bay Pro Wrestling, everybody was warned. You want to suspend me, boy? That's fine. Me and Betsy, we got somewhere that you can come meet us. How about you come to the swamp, boy? How about you come to my yard? You step in my land, and you step up to me, the Gator King. You want some, boy? I got something for you. I don't need Tampa Bay Pro Wrestling to beat your ass, boy.
That was Boone the Gator King and Father Jim, who look to finish off what remains of Dax DX at Edge of Destruction. Now, according to Inquisitor, John Cena spoke on if he will be at WrestleMania 36 in Tampa, Florida. His comments read, "Performing at WrestleMania this year would be a gift. I haven't been intertwined in the machine of WWE. I know those WrestleMania spots are few and far between. I've expressed that I'm off, but I've also expressed that I live in Tampa. I will for sure be at the event, and I have great trust in the process, and I have a great faith in Vince McMahon, not only as a boss, but as so much more than that." So I think John Cena trusts Vince McMahon enough that he will be booked in some sort of match at WrestleMania this year. And if he is, I would like it to be someone who puts up a good fight with determination to win. So I'm excited and I'm looking forward to seeing him perform if so, because That will be awesome. And hopefully he'll come out with his ruthless aggression gimmick, because I like that one better than just a regular John Cena gimmick. So I'm looking forward to it for sure. Now, according to Wrestling News on Instagram, Luke Harper is to make his AEW debut soon. I'm excited to see that Luke Harper will be landing in AEW. Once he does, I think his first match should be against a man he is very familiar with and a man he's faced in the ring on several occasions. I think he should face Pac Neville for anybody who didn't watch WWE in 2014, 2015. But I think that would be a great match and a great way for him to kick things off in his career over there. And maybe down the road, see him face Darby Allin. But it should be awesome and fun to watch him compete over there in AEW. Now, here are my thoughts on to why Drew McIntyre should win the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 36. So Drew McIntyre has worked years to get to this point and to win the Royal Rumble to go on to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. He's come a long way to get to the grand stage of WWE, so I know Drew McIntyre has to be doing some match research on Lesnar to see how to slow him down and to eventually fulfill his lifelong dream of becoming WWE Champion at WrestleMania. If he can target one of Lesnar's most vulnerable points in his body that he uses to an advantage, it might just happen. And if Lesnar somehow is able to beat Drew McIntyre, it will be very disappointing for the fans and for Drew himself. But I have faith in Drew McIntyre. I have a feeling he will pull off a victory at WrestleMania, but we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see come April 5th. Now here are some wrestling events happening in Florida. GCW, The Love of Wrestling 2. February 15th at the Carrollwood Cultural Center in Tampa, Florida from 2 to 6 p.m. Real Pro Wrestling's Chaos at the Con. Sunday, March 15th at the Crown Plaza, Fort Myers at Bell Tower Shops from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real Pro Wrestling's Live for Today. Tuesday, March 24th at the Riverside Community Center from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. IPW Hardcore Wrestling's Kraken Skulls. Saturday, April 4th at the 81 Bay Brewing Company from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. GCW Mania Week 2020, we run this town. On Tuesday, March 31st at the Italian Club of Tampa in Ybor City from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. WWN and ACW present Luck of the Irish 2020 at the Gulfview Event Center in Port Richey on March 7th from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. FIP Everything Burns 2020 at the Orpheum in Ybor City on Friday, February 21st from 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. And finally, Tampa Bay Pro Wrestling's Edge of Destruction. Friday, February 21st at the Campo Park Rec Center in St. Petersburg at 8 p.m. That's going to do it for this week's episode. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at ShowSlows and follow the Slows Wrestling Show Facebook page for more updates. From Palm Harbor, Florida, I'm Alex Slows saying goodbye for now. Have a good evening, everybody.